Hi, my name's Joel Gilmore and I'm the Regulatory Affairs Manager at Infigen Energy, where I work on helping transition Australia to a clean energy future. I'm also a passionate science communicator, doing everything from science stand-up comedy to hosting TV shows. For my background, I did undergrad science majoring in maths and physics, honours in maths, and then a PhD in physics. And I've always loved maths and physics. I loved solving problems, breaking complex ideas down into the simplest cases and then building it up. In high school, I studied Maths 1, the equivalent of Maths 2, physics, chemistry, and drama. Got to be diverse. However, when I finished my PhD, I became very interested in energy and climate change, which is the most critical problem facing our planet. And I say this in the middle of a pandemic. So I went to work for an amazing consulting firm on electricity market modelling, knowing nothing about energy, renewables, engineering or markets. And I was there for about 8 years. And I've since worked in government for the Australian energy market operator that runs our grid, and now for Infigen Energy. So Infigen has a large portfolio of wind farms, batteries, and gas peaking plant firming capacity that we use to firm up our wind to deliver low or zero emissions energy to our customers. And I'm really excited by the work that we do. It's full of challenging and important problems. We've got a very diverse team: data scientists, engineers, IT specialists, project developers, finance gurus, and no 2 days are alike. So just some of the things we've been thinking about recently. If you have a mix of wind and batteries, how much firm output can you rely upon? Does this change by season? How many batteries do you really need? So it's complex statistical risk models with millions, even billions of data points. We have to think about forecasting. What will the wind speed be in 5 minutes, in 5 hours? Should you run your battery now or wait for an even higher price later? And so we use everything from cutting-edge machine learning to human neural networks, which means really good decision making. And finally, we run market models about the future of generation over decades to decide what to invest in next, but also detailed engineering models of how batteries operate on millisecond timeframes. So in my day-to-day job, I use everything from statistics, computer science, physics, economics, finance, social science, politics. It's wonderfully diverse. And I also get involved in a lot of the policy and decision making around how we design a grid for low emissions. And over my career, I've helped design government renewable energy targets, I've helped model wind and solar farms, and I've written legally binding rules for energy markets. It's more fun than it sounds. I've also been asked today if I have any advice as you're choosing courses and subjects. So I have 3 pieces of advice. First, I think the most important skill is to learn to think critically. Whether you end up a data scientist or a doctor or even just someone who has to vote in elections, which is all of us, being able to understand complex information and distill it down is a critical skill, and it's at the heart of analytics. Second, as frustrating as it is, it's not just enough to be a brilliant scientist or mathematician. If you want to be successful, it sucks, but you also need to be a good communicator. Whether you're convincing people to hire you or fund you or work for you or research with you, you need to be able to share why your work is interesting and important, so don't neglect those skills. Finally, I'd encourage you to be diverse. I started in astrophysics and ended up in renewable energy policy. I've also taken my maths knowledge to do science shows about the Mobius strip and ultimately a cooking show about things like how to cook the perfect egg. So you never know where things are going to lead you, so don't lock yourself in yet. Learn everything you can, try new things. You don't have to have a plan for everything you do. You're probably going to end up somewhere different based on what you learn along the way. So take those opportunities. And above all, be passionate about what you do. Because if you're passionate, other people get excited, want to work with you, and I guarantee it will lead to exciting things. So I'm very happy to chat more if you'd like to drop me a line. Otherwise, all the best for your subjects and future study, and look forward to seeing you in person eventually. Bye.